Uh, my name is Anthony Stewart. I am the Alumni Engagement Manager at Broward College. Thank you, Broward College alumni, friends, family, faculty, staff, students. Thank you for joining us for our first webinar of this academic year, 2022. We at the Alumni and Friends Office are delighted to be able to work with our partners across campus to let our alumni and friends know about the resources available to them, and in this instance, how to work with Broward College to hire our students as apprentices and interns more specifically. Before we launch into the presentation, let me just give you some of the house rules for tonight. We'll hear from Denison Davis and Dr. Rihanna Siprasad. Please hold your questions until we get to the middle of the presentations after they've both spoken. We'll go into two or three breakout rooms according to your interests. So let's find out actually who is in the room tonight, who is interested in apprenticeships and who is interested in internships or anything else. There's going to be a poll popping up on your screen in a moment. And just let us know what your interest is, what drew you here tonight. Are you interested in hiring apprentices, hiring interns, something else? 50-50 so far. Okay, something else. All right, it looks like something else is 57%. So interested in hearing about that as well. Although we have representation also for hiring apprentices and hiring interns. Wonderful. Before we launch into our presentations, I want to tell you a little bit about the alumni and friends at Broward College. We are the official community for alumni and supporters of the college. We are 1 million strong. That means that over 1 million people have taken and completed at least one course at Broward College since 1960. So that's a huge pool, a huge family for us to connect with. And there are many benefits and resources to being part of the Alumni and Friends, which is entirely complimentary and free. So as soon as you are an alum or a graduate, you are automatically a member of Alumni and Friends for life. And there are certain wonderful benefits that go along with that. One is our monthly newsletter called the U and the Blue, where we do a roundup of alumni news as well as college news, and we send that to you. And we also remind you about some of the benefits that you have access to, such as lifelong access to career services and different discounts and benefits with insurance and other opportunities there. At the end of the presentation, we'll remind you again to keep your contact details up to date with us so that you're getting all that information, at least via social media or by email in our newsletter. So tonight, we have the pleasure of hosting two experts at Broward College. We have Dr. Rihanna Siprasad and we have Denison Davies. Dr. Rihanna Siprasad serves as the Senior Director of Apprenticeship Programs at Broward College. She's served in higher education for over 20 years in progressive leadership roles geared towards student success, program development, curriculum development, vocational education, prisoner reentry, career development, coaching, and mentoring. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and a Master's of Business Administration from Nova Southeastern University, as well as a Doctor of Education degree in Adult Education and Human Resource Development. Dr. Siprasad has also served as an adjunct professor for the past 10 years. Denison Davies is Career Services Manager, and she's an experienced higher educational professional and career consultant with the Career Services of the South Campus Career Center. She has a background in career counseling, recruitment and sales, and has worked in a variety of industries, including technology, government, and nonprofits. While living in the Netherlands as a recruiter, she gained invaluable experience in working with human resource directors throughout Europe to source some of her candidates and promote associations with large employers. In her work with students at Broward College, she is passionate about guiding students through personal discovery, employment research, and career development toward their achievable dreams and encouraging them to see the possibilities. She holds an MBA, also from Nova Southeastern University, and speaks Spanish, Dutch, Italian, a bit of French and German. And she's also proud to say that both of her children have attended Broward College. Thank you, Denison and Rihanna, for being here tonight and offering your time and expertise to the benefit of our alumni and friends.
Thank
so
you,
let's get to it. We'll begin with Dr. Siebersad.
I think I'll start.
Oh, pardon me, Denison, yes.
I think I'll start. Thank you so much, Anthony, and thank you for putting together this valuable webinar for our local alumni employers. I hope everyone here is able to gain some insight on recruiting the students from Broward College. Welcome again. My name is Denison Davis, and I'm a Career Services Manager at Broward College. We have a dedicated and hardworking team in Career Services, and our goal is to assist students with career development to ensure they have, of course, polished resumes, they are prepared for their interviews, and they're ready to be hired. But most importantly, connect them with valuable internship employment opportunities in their fields of study. In addition, our services also extend to Broward College alumni as a lifetime benefit, as Anthony mentioned, in case anyone in this webinar was not already aware of that. I'm excited to share this information with you, and thank you for being here this evening to learn about the benefits of offering internships and how to recruit and hire the students and alumni at Broward College. You can go to the next slide. So let's talk about why are internships important to you as an employer? An internship program can be a successful long-term hiring strategy. The goal of an internship is to nurture inexperienced but hardworking interns and develop them into responsible and talented professionals. An effective internship program can shorten your time to hire since the interns you've been developing have already been vetted and integrated into your company culture. Hopefully. Next slide, please. So let's take a look at this and other ways employers can benefit. As mentioned, internships extend the interview process, allowing employers to better evaluate talent. In other words, it's a trial period that could lead to permanent hire. An internship is a great way to see how much potential a student or recent graduate has in the field. You'll get to see their skills and work ethic as an intern and hopefully even choose to bring them on permanently. Employers can expose young professionals to their brand, gaining brand advocates. Hiring an intern helps spread the word about your company, whether intentional or not. If you're an impressive internship supervisor and mentor, your interns will probably talk about their experience with peers, friends, and family members, essentially advertising the positive experience they had at your company. Additionally, employers can learn from students' fresh perspectives, gaining new perspective on organizational issues. Interns can challenge the way we've always done it kind of mentality and bring fresh new ideas to the company. Interns are great at questioning processes and can often see a better way of doing things that a manager might not. Employers can give back to their community by sharing skills and cultivating the next generation of leaders in their industry. If community engagement is part of your mission, hiring interns is a wonderful way of contributing to workforce and economic development where you reside and do business, giving back to the community. Internships help build relationships with local schools to create a pipeline of skilled talent for future recruitment. Broward College Career Services is here for you. We can help you plan your internship program and guide you every step of the way. If you've ever considered an internship program at your company, now is a great time to start. And internships are also a great way to test drive talent to increase employee retention rates at your company. As we are all aware, retention has become a major human resource concern, and offering candidates a chance to get to know your company's culture can also help them determine if it's a good fit before they officially become an employee. Next slide, please. So now that we know all about the great benefits of hiring interns, let's talk about how to go about recruiting them at Broward College. Your first step will be to register in our online job board, College Central Network. Any employee or organization that wishes to recruit the students and alumni of Broward College must first be verified by registering in CCN. It's a quick and easy process. Just go to broward.edu/CCN to get started. There's no fee to post any open positions for students and alumni to view and apply. The job posting must include information on how to apply, and salary is mandatory, although you can post a salary range if you prefer. Next slide, please. So this is just a quick example of what the login looks like for employers. Be sure to choose the employer login. Next slide. So next slide, Anthony. Yeah, great. So once you're logged into CCN, employers can also register for upcoming career fairs. We have several coming up in October. We offer on-campus recruitment events as well as virtual career fairs. In addition, if you'd like to volunteer for any speaking engagements, we do welcome guest speakers who are industry experts in our monthly resume, LinkedIn, and interviewing workshops. In addition, many of our professors welcome classroom visits, and career services would be happy to arrange your visit depending upon your industry and expertise. Students love to hear firsthand information about their careers. Next slide, please. So in this economy, I'm sure you've realized that it can be a struggle to find staff. The current trend among companies is to actually market their companies to students well before they graduate and build their brand among students. And these are some of the ways you can build your company brand to students. And Career Services, of course, is happy to assist you with any of these. Next slide. And here we have a sampling of some of Broward College's current partners. These companies have found success in recruiting for various positions among our students and alumni. We'd love to see your company logo here as well. Next slide. So how to get in touch with us. All of our contact information is on the Broward College website, but it's easy to remember these emails to contact us. We'll be glad to connect with you, to assist you in your recruitment needs and promoting your company to our students. Broward College has many programs of study with embedded internships. What this means is that we have plenty of students who are eager to connect with local employers for internships in their field to complete their degree requirements and gain experience. You can find Career Services on social media for updates and events. Please follow us. We're happy to post your job openings on our social media sites as well. So as we mentioned, there'll be plenty of time at the end of the presentation for questions, so please save them for the end. But for now, I'll hand it over to Dr. Rehana Sipersad to review our apprenticeship programs.
Thank you, Dennison. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. I just want to reiterate that everything that Ms. Dennison shared and everything that I share, you as alumni of the college, you're welcome to share it with your own networks. So basically, expand as much as you can, share it with your networks. If you have constant contact, open it up so that these opportunities are open to your communities as well. Our apprenticeship programs at Broward College have been here in place for roughly 8 years. They are registered apprenticeship programs through the state of Florida. And presently we offer 2 main programs, the information technology specialist as well as the telecommunications specialist. As I launch in, I'll give you an idea of how to actually, hire apprentices as well as other ways that you can interact with our programs. Next slide, please, Anthony. So basically, what are registered apprenticeship programs? They're state-approved programs that have been designed to help build the workforce. And similar to an internship, you are basically placing someone within a company to work for a span of time so that they build their expertise, they build their resume. And we align that with a specific curriculum so that they are growing in the specific field. Presently, there are over 1,500 occupations across 170 industries. And you can well imagine that the college itself has the capacity to offer apprenticeship programs across multiple fields. So whatever your particular area is, you can come to us and say, hey, I'm interested in building an apprenticeship program. One important facet of an apprenticeship program is that you can partner through us with CareerSource, and you can actually get up to 75% of the wages that you invest in your apprentice. You can get that back. So instead of spending up to $50,000 for a new recruit or even 45, you're cutting that down by way of funding that you may be eligible for. Okay, the process is relatively simple. We're more than happy to meet with you and discuss that in detail. Next slide, please, Anthony. On the left here, you'll see some of the advantages to you as an employer. Basically, you have a recruitment pipeline that can be ongoing. You bring in an apprentice and they stay with you for the span of a year. You have a largely diverse workforce and you have reduced turnover because this is a one-year commitment. You as an employer making a one-year commitment, as well as your apprentice is making that commitment. Higher productivity because they're focused on learning what is needed in your company. Very specific needs so that they can be customer facing and help your bottom line. Of course, you have access to our training dollars. Basically what that means is you can take people from your organization, new hires, even people who've been there, and say, hey, I would like for them to grow in their walk with me as an organization. I need to build them along this particular pipeline or career ladder. And so you're basically coming to us to say, how can we do this? We design a learning model for you in your specific field based on the state competencies, and we put that in place. It does take a little time, but whatever your business needs are, we're able to meet that. And of course, there are strong benefits to the apprentices, the skills, potential for wages and support, and job security as they move up that pipeline. Next slide, please, Anthony. So how do you do that? First off, you come to us and say, hey, this is the nature of my business. I'm interested in making that investment, and I do need a certain number of staff to come work with me on an ongoing basis. Depending on your need, we have an in-depth conversation and try to work out how can we best meet those needs. We will obviously get you as a business owner involved, structure the training, and provide the technical instruction through the college or through other training partners. Basically, there's where a lot of funding comes in nationally, and we're able to do that on an ongoing basis over the past 8 years. Our students, your apprentice, will have the rewards for skills earned and earn credentials, which are industry recognized credentials that they can actually be awarded college credit for. So someone who may already have some skill sets, they can just add to that and work towards a degree by way of these apprenticeships. Next slide, please, Anthony. How do you participate? This is another way that you can participate with us if you're not specifically interested in bringing additional staff on board. As an expert in your field, you can join our advisory. We have quarterly meetings, and we need experts from the field to talk to us and say, what are the things that our employees need to know? So we can give that information to you about when our meetings are. You come on board, attend, share your knowledge, participate as a sponsor if you so choose, and then choose to, if you decide you want to do this, you know, we have multiple opportunities that you can participate with. We also have short-term internships or even volunteer opportunities if you're willing to bring someone to your company where they can start, getting their feet wet, practicing in the field so that they know what they're actually getting into before making that year-long commitment as an actual apprentice. Next slide, please, Anthony. These are the two programs that we have in place right now. With the information technology on the left, these are the certifications they earn, the A+ Project, Network, Cloud, and Security Plus, with fully trained faculty at the college. And with telecom, they're doing the copper installer, fiber optics, and we're expanding soon enough to include 5G. Some additional areas that we're expanding into that are a major priority right now are the advanced manufacturing as well as healthcare. We're planning to do a community health navigator apprenticeship because, again, very, very high demand. And within this quarter, we're expanding to include information assurance and cybersecurity. So if you have any interest or you know anyone that has interest in those fields, we're more than willing to have a conversation with them and partner with them if that opportunity arises. Next slide, please, Anthony. This brings us to our Q&A section. I think it's open to everyone, whether it's an internship question you have or an apprenticeship question. Anthony, I don't know, was this where you were doing your breakout rooms?
Yes, this is where we're going to try attend the breakout rooms. There's a couple of other people we need to admit here. So just bear with us a second. Okay, so we have two breakout rooms. Actually, we are going to have two, and then I'll stay here in the main screen. Denison, if you would like to take on room 1 and Rihanna room 2. And so room 1 will be for recruitment internships. And room 2 will be for those interested in apprenticeships. And here we go.
So
Welcome
Anthony, we're back. We're back from our breakout room. We've answered all the questions that came up today about internships. And one other point that I forgot to mention that I would like to encourage employers to email us if they are interested in an internship program and they've never had one before at their company. We'll be glad to email them an internship toolkit, which we have, which describes the entire program. And of course, we'll walk them through every step.
Fantastic. And if you want to make that available to us, so that in case we get questioned and can pass it on, we're happy to do that too.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Just waiting for, looks like there's still some people lingering in a couple of the rooms, so I don't want to interrupt the conversation there. We have 11 people. I would like to know how people heard about tonight's event. So I'm just going to post another poll here. So when you get a moment, please, everyone, just let us know how you heard about tonight's webinar. Okay, so email is working. That's good to know.
Email's the old standby.
Emails are open. Okay, that's great. At this time, too, I want to let anyone ask any questions that were not addressed, perhaps in either of the breakout rooms. In a minute, we're going to give you the opportunity to network virtually to tell us your 30-second elevator pitch about who you are and what you do and your interest with Broward College. Still waiting for a few people to come back. Okay.
Good question, please.
Here we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hi, thank you. Please, good question. If the student by any chance is interested in get some information about the internship program, or do I direct them to Broward.edu where I got the information from when I was in the breakout room, or should I send the information to, I don't know, then is some information on somebody in particular, or?
So Nadia, for any students that have inquiries about internships, the easiest way for them to connect with Career Services is to actually, they can make an appointment and navigate under Career Services and inquire about internships, and we'll be glad to assist any student who would like to participate in our internship program.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and thank you for those that answered our poll. We're always curious as to what is the best way to reach everyone, whether it's email, social media, or semaphore. So thank you so much for answering that. This portion of the webinar is for virtual networking. We want to give you the opportunity to share your contact details, your elevator pitch, if you have one, for 30 seconds. Tell us about where you're from, your interests. Would anyone like to go first? And I would encourage you all to join our LinkedIn group. I put the link in the chat there. That gives you the opportunity to post any news that you wish to share, any sort of job information, things that you've heard about. It's a group exclusively for our alumni and friends, but you're all welcome to join it.
May you please drop it in the link in the chat one more time, the link?
Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you.
So Rehana and I have already introduced ourselves. So if anyone else would like to introduce themselves or promote their company to the others on this call, please feel free to introduce yourself and let us know about your company.
And we're more than happy to start because we want to get to know you as well. So we're happy to pick on you and ask you to just jump in and share who you are. We would have loved to see cameras on, but certainly understand that it's not possible this time of day. Hop right in, don't be shy.
Okay, so I'll go again. My name is Shawnette Longley, but you all can please call me Remedy. I have a nonprofit youth organization. It's a 501c3. It's a great organization called Gym Culture, still fairly small. Well, let's just say still growing and still learning, but it is the purpose of Gym Culture is that we create safe spaces and mentorship for BIPOC teenagers and young adults. We basically give them the tools that they need to be successful. You all know that marginalized youth, I really hate all of those words, but the reality is, some opportunities come a little bit, there's a challenge or barrier in some situations more than there are than others. And sometimes it's just simply because maybe the parents didn't know, or, the lack of access to information. So our job is really to kind of connect them, be a puzzle piece for them to help them also make the connections on their own, using their own intellect, using their own intuition, their own, just trusting themselves, and ultimately helping them be comfortable with themselves by creating those spaces where they can be themselves. Because ultimately we got to kind of just navigate spaces and learn to be comfortable in our skin. So that's what we do. And so this was so exciting to me and so important to me. I keep saying it because As I learn how to be an entrepreneur and how to build a company, it has been so important to me to figure out how to utilize my own resources. And so that's ultimately what I'm teaching them. So this is exciting. Like I said, I am an alumni of Broward College, and I am super proud of what y'all are doing and how y'all managed to make this happen. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. So I'm like ready to get on the phone with you. I am on resting and I'm here, like, because I'm like, yo, this is the greatest thing to ever happen in life. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Remedy.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for sharing.
Marvia.
Yeah,
Hello.
so my name is Marvia Aiken. I am a student at Broward College. I finished my AA and I'm doing my bachelor's. So I don't want to say I'm at the wrong place. I was destined to be here because now I know I can go to the Career Source Center and navigate to learn about internship or apprenticeship. So I'm glad I was in this space. I'm in this space to learn this. So, but I'm not an employer yet, or I don't own my own business yet. So, but I'm a student at Broward College.
Thank you, Marvia.
Yeah, and students are always welcome to our alumni webinars as well, Marvia. So glad you're here. For us, you're already an alum and a graduate. So for us, any student that walks in the door is a future alumni. So we like to keep them engaged and, you know, provide you resources as well. Although Broward College does an incredible job of, you know, providing many tools to our students, but we're also another resource for you, another, you know, face or voice. Well, as we're approaching almost 10 minutes to 7, I'll go ahead and just let you know about something else we have upcoming. In the words of Monty Python, and now for something completely different. You're all invited to our webinar in October. This is our second webinar with Professor Billy Jones. He is a gem. He is a beloved professor of English at Broward College. And he runs a podcast. He's very entrepreneurial. He has a podcast. He's a writer. He's a novelist. I think he's even a filmmaker. And his specialty is fiction or art that deals with horror, terror, suspense, all those sorts of things. So a perfect theme for Halloween time. And last year's was so popular that we've come back and asked him to produce another webinar for us. And that's in October. We're working on the details and the Zoom link for that. That will probably be sent out in the next week or so. So please look out for that. And again, it's something completely different. It's more entertainment, but it just shows you the breadth of what Broward College can offer its students, its alumni and friends. We have such incredible talent here amongst our faculty and our students that we are happy to give a podium for them as well to let everyone know what's going on behind the scenes here. A plug for alumni and friends here ourselves. Please contact us at alumni@broward.edu. If you have any notes, if you're an alum at Remedy, let us know how your nonprofit is going. You can send that to classnotes@broward.edu so that we can share this publicly with your peers and the community. And of course, we're online at alumni.broward.edu. In the coming months, you will see a refreshed website. Here again is our QR code that will link you back to the LinkedIn group, which I hope you can all join and just sit in and share any sort of news and learn about our upcoming events and other things happening at the college. See, there's a couple of notes here in the chat. All right. Dennis and Rihanna, do you have any last words for our audience?
Well, I just wanted to say that if anyone has ever thought of offering an internship to students at Broward College, now is the perfect time. We have students, we have programs, we have a program that would fit your needs. So please contact us and we'll be glad to guide you through it.
And just to echo again, thank you for being here, but be sure to share with your communities and your networks the breadth of opportunities that we have at the college. You know, it's expansive. It goes far beyond what Dennison and I provided today. And it's really just a means to elevate the community, elevate your friends, your family, and your entire network. So thank you again for taking the time. And Anthony, thank you for hosting us.
Yes,
It's
thank you, Anthony.
My pleasure. And for the audience, please let us know how we can be of service to you. Send us an email. What kind of things would you like to see and hear from the alumni and friends? alumni@broward.edu. Thank you, everyone, so much. I appreciate and I'm grateful for your participation in this, our very first webinar of this academic year. There's more to come, so stay tuned.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hi, can I say something while everyone is leaving?
Yes.
This is, yes. You know, at Broward,